Prologue, Echoes of the Lost. Quester was back to the Isles for the first time in the century. She was received with the same discretion and respect as always by the guardians of the Illyrian royal family in Athralis. Queen Mirathiel was expecting her in private. They were friends since the last time Eldertree had a war and Mirathiel was still a child. At that time, the prophecy was proclaimed by the most ancient wired wife still alive, Amarin the widow, who was personal counselor of Mirathiel's father, King Galeno, and Mirathiel witnessed unintentionally her speaking, making the princess the youngest prophecy keeper in Illyrian history. They hoped before, and once more the golden line of fate was shining above Bloodwood Forest, presenting another opportunity for the prophecy to become true. And as her duty called Point Rocky was back to witness the event, Fala Lum to her properties, Queen Mirathiel was anguished, waiting for Ostara to arrive. The Illyrian royal family was blessed with the presence of the Watchers, since their society was born millennials before, and every time there was one of them approaching their land, the royals would know. And for the last centuries, that usually meant war. "Ostara, my dear friend, how long I don't see you," the queen exclaimed when saw her in the library entrance. Ostara had the wings of a crow, a memory from her mortal life in that realm that was ancient as the Eldertree herself, contrasting with her skin, hair, and clothes, which were as white as the clouds in the sky of the islands. "Your Majesty, it is an honor to be called a friend and to be welcome in your beautiful island," Ostara answered with a reverence. Queen Mirathiel stood up and hugged Ostara with affection. She was now an adult, completing her first third of life, what meant around 90 years of a common mortal from Nerethil. She was dazzling in beauty and rich in wisdom and harmony, as expected from an Illyrian royalty. "My dear, are we approaching another war?" the queen asked. "I am afraid we are. Unfortunately, that's all I have been witnessed in our realm for so long that I almost don't expect anything different anymore," Ostara answered sadly. Back in her time, when the tribes were peaceful and used to alternate in power, and the veins of the Eldertree weren't stained with blood, Ostara never imagined that their descendants could cause such destruction and corruption in the mystic of the tree and the tribes, and if anyone has told her, she wouldn't believe it. "You know the Illyrian people will keep doing everything we can to purify the energy of our realm and balance the magical sources with our power," Queen Mirathiel said, "and we pray for the prophecy to accomplish, and this war became the last of all." The queen took a deep breath, her eyes turned white, and she proclaimed with a sonorous and melodious voice, "In the shadow of the Eldertree, where roots twist and the lifeblood flows, a child shall rise, born of hardship where sorrow sows. Neither bound by blood, nor chained by fate, the bearer of unity shall walk through the gate. Invisible to the tribes, their presence concealed, their destiny woven, yet to be revealed. Marked by resilience, tempered by pain. This soul will endure, and peace shall reign. When the 5 tribes' cries become the storm's refrain, the chosen shall shatter the cycle's chain. The blood of ancients, the whispers of trees, will call to the ones on a painful song. Through trials of fire and the heart tested true, they will weave the broken, forging anew. Beware of the charge, for the path is steep, and the wounds they bear shall ever bleed. But in the end, when the song is sung, the cycle of violence will be undone. Look to the blue, the guardians of skies. When feathers and spirit unite, the dawn will rise. The Eldertree's roots shall bind and mend, and Bloodwood's war shall meet its end. In the Isles, the prophecies weren't written, and it was forbidden to try to prevent it to happen. Those who heard them become a keeper and would remember their words for the rest of their lives. Even if they forget who they are, the memory of the prophecy would remain, and they had the responsibility to share when demanded. "Ostara, do you see the child line?" the queen asked. "As always, I can see more than one line, and the one I had faith before. This child is back." Ostara exclaimed, astonished. "How? Is he an Illyrian?" the queen asked. "I am not sure yet. I had just received the call, and this timeline is harder than usual. But there are more children that came from a place of pain and had their lifelines shining bright like the sun. I don't know who is the one of the prophecy, but time will tell, Ostara said. I believe it is time for this endless war to be over. I am living for another century, maybe a little bit more, but I won't last forever. I genuinely believe that the prophecy wouldn't come to me if I wasn't alive to witness myself this happening, Ostara. I know, but I don't know for how long we will have to wait until the veins of the elder tree are purified. Its roots have been watered with blood for so long, but the elder tree is powerful. I believe it should recover sooner than we imagine. And my people will be always helping. We established a direct contact with the continent in Illyrith's Reach that opens when Valoria is visible in the mist. Almost no one knows about the passage, and it's being especially useful for our people to assist there and collect what we need for research. We want to understand what is happening in the land and how we can restore the balance there, the Queen explained. Ostara approved the initiative, but she couldn't say. Her role was to witness the events and not interfere with them. If Queen Merithiel or other Illyrian were going to be involved this time, she had to restrain her tongue and avoid giving any opinions about it. What is wrong, my friend? You are so quiet, Queen Merithiel asked, concerned. I am not a guardian, so my words and acts can affect the unraveling of the threads and the fate of those involved in the story. I just watch, record, and tell the facts, Ostara answered, smiling. I see. I don't think we will affect the war, but you are right. I won't expect you to agree or not with my actions. This time, Ostara, I don't want to simply watch. And I am a queen, and Illyrian are strong and powerful people. I want our realm to be in peace, and if the opportunity to help comes, I will interfere. I am sorry if this means we won't share each other's company for a while. Don't apologize. The traditions, in my opinion, were meant to be broken, and I am sure that your wisdom and kindness will be providential to resolve this matter, Ostara said, getting up to leave. This time, Ostara had to stay away from the islands until a golden line intersected with the Illyrian people. Otherwise, her presence could affect the results of the war. That happened once, unintentionally and inadvertently, in the last war, and the consequences were devastating. Ostara set off, following the lines she needed to track, one at a time, in as much time as required to be seen, to record the beginning of another round of battles between the Elder Tree tribes.